I put up a stake, if I give, if I declare my, my unhappiness with this situation, whatnot, Auntie will inevitably say something to me along the lines of, see, I heard her say something to my mom. My mom didn't want to tell me. My mom didn't tell me. And then she said, you didn't ask? Yes, I did. Well, I didn't directly ask. I said, did your lawyer say anything? But no, my mom just talked to Auntie, and Auntie, is the sable thing a thing between my aunt and my mom's lawyer in cahoots to not want me in there? To not, because because if I'm not there, they can't question me, and you know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, her lawyer has never even acknowledged my existence. She's never bothered to introduce herself to me. If she treated me like my mother's fucking daughter instead of, and explained the reason why she doesn't want me in court, but she doesn't. She doesn't. And I get to hear bullshit from my aunt, okay? It's total bullshit that I get to hear from my aunt. Where, in the last time, I bought into it, well, she doesn't want either of us there. I'm just going to drive your mom. Yeah, if you were just driving my mom, you would sit in the lobby. You get to hear firsthand what happens, and then I get to only know what you remember, Because I even had to hear from her, well, wasn't paying attention the entire time. Yeah, it's like I only get to secondhand info. But then Auntie didn't like what she was hearing up there, and she asked to speak, so she got to speak. Okay? You'd think I was a fucking 7-year-old instead of a full-grown woman. My mom's child, not my mom's daughter, her only child, her sole heir. And I'm told I'm not wanted in the hearing, And I didn't think this was going to happen again because my mom told me that Uncle was supposed to go. I mean, what the fuck? Do you think Auntie and Uncle are going to go and you're still going to tell me I can't go? And my mom was like, well, how are you going to get there? You don't want me to go with you. I'll take fucking public transportation there from all day long, there and back, just like I did last time. Fucking believable. I didn't think this was going to happen again. And my mom told me Uncle was planning on going. I said, are you sure? She's like, yeah. You're still going to tell me that I can't go? This is like major decisions. Major things happening in my mother's life, and I'm not allowed to go to the hearing. Are you fucking kidding me? And the fact of the matter is, no one can stop me from going, but then I'm defying everybody, see? That's what my friends told me last time. You want to go, they can't stop you. But last time was different. Last time I actually believed, it's all bullshit. Auntie was there, and she sat silently and said nothing, but then she didn't like what they were saying, and she asked to speak, and she. But I'm not even being respected, you see. It's not like my mom's lawyer is saying, look, Laura, I understand you want to be there, but I think it's best you not. You know what I mean? I'm not even being respected. I'm not being acknowledged as her daughter. I'm being negated. She's been in my mom's life now for how long, and has never bothered to even introduce herself to me. Common courtesy. Common courtesy would dictate that she would fucking at least acknowledge my existence and introduce herself to me, and she hasn't even done that. Don't ask me why I drink. The fuck does it matter? people try to it's in your best interest that you don't go to court. It's the same fucking thing I got from my cousin. Everything she was pushing me to do. If you love your mother, Laura, you gotta do what's best for her. We know you know what I mean? I can't. Drove, but if it wasn't so late, I would drive to ALICIACREATURE right now, but it's Sunday and they're closed and I have nowhere to get there. It's always tomorrow. I heard my mom saying to Auntie, and Laura needs to be there too, right? And I could hear Auntie saying something or other to my mom. I said to my mom afterwards that she didn't say what Auntie said. She doesn't want to. She knows it's going to upset me. I said, Mom, you should be saying to Auntie, Laura needs to be there. Laura has a right to be there, okay? My mom chose to not tell me what Auntie had said. But because I didn't directly ask my mother. But just now she told me. I knew it was going to upset me. So I put it off like an hour to ask her. Last time Auntie was like, you absolutely said there's no need camaraderie, you know. There's no need for either you or I to be at any of these little hearings. They're not little hearings, they're deciding my mother's life. And the major stuff, as far as I'm concerned, has been dropped, okay? I don't need to be at this hearing. I have a right to be there. See? My mother's fate's being decided. I have a right to be there. Why am I going to go and have people be hostile towards me and have everyone be upset? You see? I just don't matter. I should just fucking disappear for good. You know? I don't matter at all. And my mother's, you know what I mean? Like... Remember, I had had plenty of conversations with my mom's lawyer. I'm sure the fact that the mom's lawyer's never bothered to even introduce herself to me. I'm sure she probably can't stand me. I'm sure it's all, in her eyes, this is all my fault, and, you know, and even though strategy-wise they turned it all on my cousin, you know, it's still, you know, I went along with my cousin, so it's still all my fault, see? Really depressed. This woman in the shelter had said to me before, you know, when I met the first time I was in there. It's situational. Even a long time ago, I helped save this guy's life who lived halfway across the world. Apparently he was considering suicide, and he typed it in. Something that I'd written out on Yahoo Answers came up, and it wasn't Pollyanna. It certainly wasn't being like, oh, you have so much to live for and you shouldn't kill yourself one night. It was some me and my weird shit, whatever it was. It somehow helped him. I think he wound up, I forget how it happened. I think he wrote comment, and then I was able to find him on his own Yahoo Answers, and we corresponded, and I had thought, based on his answer, I thought he was a girl, and it turned out he was not. He was a young guy, almost half my age. We became friends, you know, before Donald did what he did to me, whatever. But regardless, my friend said about me, you know, it's like your stuff is situational. Then he said about himself, he's like, I'm just a bad person. And I'm like, if you're such a bad person, how come you care so much about me? Because I had outright said I'll never kill myself. But remember how I was feeling after Donald did what he did to me. I wished I had died. And I told my friend that. I told him. You know, we became correspondents, like email buddies, whatever. And I told him, I wished that I had died. It shot me back because I wish I had died that day. It's kind of silly. Someone, well, I'm just a bad person. You're the way you're the situation. I'm like, how bad of a person can you be if you care so much about me? He had no answer for that. But you guys know, if you guys know anything about this, people that have really good lives who just suddenly start getting depressed, okay? That's a completely different situation. That's why this smart woman in the shelter, because it turned out she was doing drugs and she wound up hospitalized, I think. But regardless, that didn't change the fact she was smart and I could talk to her and she talked about her depression, but she's like, yeah, it's situational. It's not like, we all know that there are sometimes people who, for no reason whatsoever, they just suddenly get severely depressed, and they'll sit there and tell you that I don't even know why, my life hasn't changed, I have a great life, blah, 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 and they just suddenly get depressed. That's different than situational depression, okay? I don't even know if I'd ever used that terminology before I heard it from her, but I liked it. It was fitting, It's more than depression, it's anxiety, it's dread, it's everything. So I won't go. Seriously, I won't. Why am I gonna go and have everyone hostile towards me? You know damn well I'm just gonna give me her bullshit, and then she'll give me a guilt trip if I do go. Or if I say I'm gonna go. You brought this upon your mother and whatnot, and if her lawyer thinks it's best you not be there, you should honor that. You know what I mean? I could tell you, I didn't get that hostility from her last time because I acquiesced immediately, while telling my mom that I was pissed, and I could go if I wanted to go. You know what I mean? But no, Auntie would give it. I could tell you, I know right away what will happen. I can predict it, and so can my friend. I'm not saying none of my other friends could predict it, but the one definitely could, She knows exactly what will happen if I say that I'm going to go. Regardless whether I'm told not to. She'll give me the guilt trip. I know exactly what will happen. I can predict it. And so can my friend. I know exactly what will happen if I insist on going. My mom told me she was positive that Uncle was going. If you fucking try to tell me that Uncle's going in the end, but I still can't go, that's just fucking bullshit. That's just a fucking bullshit. My mom kept saying, and now my mom's saying, well, I don't know if Uncle's going. You know what I mean? They can't pull, this is ridiculous. This is my mother's half-sister and her half-brother. I'm her fucking daughter. I'm her daughter. You know? It's like... I've asked my mom a few times and she told me Uncle was going. And then I said, you're still telling me that I can't go but Uncle is going? And my mom's like, well, I don't know if he's going. Oh, come on, Mom. Well, Auntie didn't say anything just now. Why would she say anything just now? She already told you. She doesn't know that you don't remember if he's going or not. You're just trying to, you know. This is unbelievable. I didn't think this was going to happen. Not when my mom said Uncle was going too. You think you're still going to fucking tell me or not want me there when Uncle's going too? I mean... Just because I'm not a suitable, admittedly not a suitable family member to be my mother's conservator, doesn't mean I don't have a right to be there when such a decision is decided upon. You know what I mean? This is so rotten. On so many levels, it's so fucking rotten. It just stinks to high heaven. So I have like over 300 comments I need to... I haven't read any emails for days. No emails, no comments. I have a right to do that. It's not something I'm going to do permanently, you know what I mean? It's just right now. Mom should have said, Auntie, is Uncle going? Mom's not stupid. She knows this is upsetting me. If she just chooses to not tell me, you know. But Mom has repeatedly told me that Uncle was gonna go. These people really think that even with Uncle going, they're not going to have me go? I mean, they're so tired of being shit in this life. You guys can't even fathom how tired I am. evil work bound, cleaned. Take a shower. I fasted today and I have my period, so you know how that goes. Period, plus, you know, if I'm not eating, I'm not getting any, you know, whatever the stuff you're supposed to get to make you feel good, dopamine, serotonin, I don't know, all that shit. I know it if I read it on you know, if I read it, but I don't know it off the top of my head. I just know I don't believe in fixing it with chemicals. They did a study at St. John's Wort, you know, and they found that it helped the same as you know, prescription antidepressants or whatnot, without any of the side effects. I know I definitely have to start going, you know, sleeping normally. My friend Heavyweight thinks the answer is for me to move out. Yeah, I don't have enough money saved up to move out. Okay. So I'm not moving out unless I'm forced to move out. Which could very well happen. Because even if technically my family can't force me to move out, they can, you know, they can be snide enough towards me or whatnot to have me move out, you know, to compel me, whatever. As a mom, this like Auntie was supposed to not talk last time, I go and not talk. She's like, then why do you want to go? Because you're my fucking mother and your life is being decided and this is a major thing, Mom. Why do you think I get served certified shit of what's going on? I'm your fucking daughter, and I'm actually even more important because I'm not, you don't have a million other children. I'm your only child. I'm your only, you know. If your life's being decided, it doesn't matter if it's necessary for me to be in court. I have a right to be. It's just like the families, technically, if someone's going on trial for murder or something, and you're not testifying, let's say you're the family of the person who was murdered, you're not testifying, you don't know anything about it, you still have a right to be there. Do you need to be there? No, of course not. Odin Lloyd's parents don't have to be there at the Hernandez trial if they're not, you know, if they're not called upon as witnesses, or, you know what I mean, or even his friends, whatnot, if they don't know anything. But lots of people go to court who don't actually need to be there, you know. If you have, I mean, I have a right to be there. This is not helping my state of mind any, this, you know. But I just found out about it just a couple hours ago. I'm sorry, not even a couple hours ago. She talked to Auntie a couple hours ago. Auntie's not home. Auntie's... But she talked to Auntie a couple hours ago. And I talked to Auntie and chose to not tell me what Auntie had said. You didn't ask. Well, I asked in a roundabout way. I asked you about Uncle. I asked you if your lawyer had said anything about me not going. And you said she hadn't. She probably true. The lawyer doesn't even talk to you. She only talks to Auntie, you know. basically. She said, it's nothing more to say until we go back to court. Nothing more I can do until we go back to court. Tell me, Bob. I want to know, Mom. Of course, I'm going to go get a bottle of booze first. I want to know. When I take off, I'll tell my Mom. I want you to call Auntie and find out if Uncle's going. Told me a few times that Uncle was going. Why you suddenly say you don't know now? It's bad for my mom. I wasn't expecting this. Why would I be expecting this when, like a month ago, I mean, my mom, but more than once I've said, so Uncle's going. She's like, yeah, he's going. And now suddenly she's saying, well, I don't know if he's going. I didn't mention it. Mom, why would she mention it if you already know, if you don't ask her? Ask her if he's going. But don't let on that you're asking, because I want to know. I didn't expect this to happen again when I heard Uncle's going. I mean, why would I? Now it's not. I mean, you're telling me Uncle and Auntie are going to go and I still can't go? I mean, because I might upset the apple cart or something. Basically, Auntie said to my mom, well, if Laura goes, you know, the other response, their lawyer is going to, you know, pounce on her and I forget word terminology my mom's used. What the hell did she say? It's gonna. She didn't say lay into her. She didn't say pounce on her. She said something along those lines. So that's the words. That's what Auntie said to my mom. And my mom remembered. By tomorrow, she'll probably forget. Because she had only just talked to her like an hour before or something. Can't remember what she said. You guys get the gist, though. She'll pounce on me. She'll give me, the lawyer for that side will give me a hard time. They'll go after me. They'll try to, you know, whatever. They'll interrogate me. And I said to my mom, I won't talk. She's like, well, why are you going to go then? And we come full circle, the same thing. It doesn't matter if I need to be there, Mom. I have a right to be there when something this serious is being decided, you know, in your life. appear to be doing well, Laura. Do you want crisis? Do you want us to call crisis? Not if they're going to pump me full of psych meds against my will, no. Tell you exactly how it's going to play out. My mom will say, Laura's upset that she can't go to court. Oh, I'll talk to her. I'll talk to her, Samantha, you know. It's unbelievable. Because I have to understand, I did not see this coming. Why would I see this coming if my mom had told me more than once that Uncle was going to go this time? Why would I think that they would still feel it necessary for me to not be present at the hearing if Uncle is going to be there? No, it's me. I'm the one, I was the catalyst because I'm the fault, so they don't want me in the courtroom. And I can't be cross-examined, I can't be whatever, I can't, the elder abuse bugs lawyer can't, I could see that, on the one hand, I can see it, but it shouldn't be done this way, I shouldn't be negated like this and just, it's just so horrible to me. My mom's lawyer has never bothered to even introduce herself to me. Completely negating me, like my mom doesn't have any children. It goes without saying, it's needless to say that just keeps pushing me further and further into night. I don't know, I missed it anyway. There was another show, we were talking about reality shows and whatnot. This one, it looks interesting too, Intervention. I don't know. Selena, I remember what I told you in a comment, everything you could think of is a reality show now. Just about everything. Everything you could fucking think of is a reality show now. Even things you would never think of. I certainly would never think of a concept where people meet each other for the first time, don't even know each other's names, know nothing about each other. They rely on matchmakers, and then they marry the same day they meet each other. Yet I'm now not addicted to this show, but enough that I intend to watch it and see what happens. See if they wind up staying together. You know what I mean? So it's a kind of an addiction. It's a very, it's not a dangerous addiction. But yeah, I got caught up in the fucking show, and now I tend to watch it every week. Got caught up in a distraction. I don't want to go back into therapy, and I know, I don't want to be doing this thing with Social Security. I don't want to do any of it. I don't want to do anything. And now, on top of everything, I find out this bullshit's happening again. And I wasn't expecting it. I was blindsided. Why would I be expecting it when, oh my God, if Uncle's going, he's going to tell me I still can't go? Or you're going to say that I'm not wanted there, pretty much. If I go, I'm sure these people realize that it'll be a guilt trip, just like before. Upsets me. It's possible that it upsets me even more than it should. Remember last time I had Joe, my two female emo friends, two of them saying, just go, they can't tell you not to, they have no right to tell you not to. It's actually, yeah, but you're not here dealing with my mom, who, she's the one I feel worst of all for, out of anybody, out of all of us, and she's getting upset when I'm saying, well, I can't go, please don't learn, you can have, and then, you know what I mean? And it was only Selena who said, yeah, you should do whatever is in your mom's best interest, don't upset your mom, etc. Why would I be expecting this again when my mom has repeatedly said that Uncle was going to go to the hearing? No, it has nothing. It was all a lie last time, even with Auntie saying the lawyer thinks it's best if neither of us, or it's best if the judge doesn't see either of us. Oh, you're so full of shit. That's why, well, how come you don't stay out in the lobby then? How come you go in? Remember, nobody knew it was going to be a brand new judge who didn't even know anything about the case. But again, now it's just me. You get it, people? It's me. It doesn't matter who goes. My mom's friends could go and that wouldn't matter and sit there and listen. It's I. They don't want me there. And yes, that upsets me considerably. whether or not it should, or whether or not it shouldn't, or regardless. And it would upset me even if I didn't want to go. It's the principle of the thing. It upsets me on so many levels that I can't even describe it. So what am I gonna do? Drink. Because Joe and the other friends said, you should just go. You go. You know what I mean? Don't get that it'll be worse for me if I do go. Because they'll all be hostile towards me. You get it? Including her lawyer, who's never bothered, never deigned, that's a good word, to deign to acknowledge my existence, never deigned to introduce herself to me, nothing, never deigned. It's a better word than bothered. Deigned. It's like, so if I'm not wanted there, I sure as fuck won't be going with them. I would go via public transportation, spend hours, and I'd be going against everyone's will, and they'd all be hostile towards me, you know what I mean? Oh, we'd put up a good front, and then of course I wouldn't want to go home with them anyway if it doesn't go the way we want it to.